Hello and welcome to another episode of the Embodied Union podcast. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Charlie.
And today we're going to go a little bit deeper into some self-revealing. We're actually going to do a few little mock conversations about how to not self-reveal and how to self-reveal.
Yeah, I feel like we give so many instructional videos on the podcast, in our content, like this is what to do. And I totally get that it is easier said than done. And I really want you guys to see it. I want you to see it in action. And just to name, it's still a practice, like how Lindsay and I are going to do this. We're going to share some triggering things. We're not going to do it in like a super crazy, dysfunctional, toxic way, because if you listen to this podcast, I assume that you are invested in relationship and there's a level of self-awareness. So we're going to do it okay-ish, but still it doesn't meet the mark. And then we'll go through it again and we'll do it in the way that we're encouraging you guys.
Advocating for
through our content constantly.
I will name too, the way that we're going to do it with the how not to, we're still going to be regulated. Where we see self-revealing really fall down is we self-reveal when we are triggered with our partner. We're actually alive in our stuff at the time. And I guarantee you there is nothing that's going to get resolved when you're in conflict, when you're triggered.
Unless you are dating a relational ninja, because there have been times where I am super triggered and I've gone to self-reveal, and because Lindsay is so grounded and he's actually so able to hold it, he can hold it. But most of the time what we see is I'm triggered and I share. He's not really ready to hold it, and then he falls into his own trigger. I know you know this. This is what happens. So it is so important that when you are so in your stuff, that you have the capacity to say, I really want to tell him what he's done, but I'm going to sit with this first. I'm actually going to resource and regulate and investigate so I can find out what's actually going on for me. When I self-reveal, I'm sharing something that is deeper, more true, more vulnerable, more responsible, not just like surface level, you did this, Like we hope that you guys are sharing deeper than that. And this will kind of show you what we mean by that in real time.
So let's get into it. Charlotte's got some examples. And so we're going to psychodrama it. I'm going to act.
Lindsay's much better at role play than I am.
Don't tell everyone my secrets. All right.
So let's name it what it is first. So the first trigger, this is super collective. We see this all the time with everyone. And I've been in this loop myself. But the complaint is you never want to have sex anymore. You never want to have sex. Something about sex. So this is what not to do.
Hey, can I talk to you?
About what?
It's about our intimacy and that we are not really having it of late.
Okay, why do you think that is?
I don't know. It feels like there's something going on, and what I really get, I'm making it mean something about me or something about us, and it's kind of starting to bother me. And I really don't want to talk to you about it, but I feel like I keep trying to engage with you in ways to have intimacy and create connection. And I'm trying in all the ways and it's getting nowhere.
Well, honestly, I feel like the only time that you try and initiate sex, because I know that's what you're talking about, it's not intimacy, it's sex, right? It's at the end of the day when I'm just absolutely exhausted and my body is a no, and I could cross my body's boundary to appease you, but I'm not going to do that. And so
Look, I don't want you to cross your own boundaries either, but I feel like I can't be in a sexless relationship.
Well, I don't want to be in a sexless relationship either, and that feels like you're threatening the relationship.
I'm not threatening the relationship. I'm trying to create something together, and this is why I haven't brought it up, because when I do, it goes like this. It goes terrible.
Well, I feel like you're making it a me problem. Like I don't feel any responsibility. It's just I feel like you're saying basically, yeah.
Well, when was the last time that you engaged first?
Cut. So.
How do you think that's going to go, guys?
Yuck.
And lots of compassion for people that really are really trying in relationship and really trying to advocate for their needs and their desires, and really like struggling here, you know, when we demand, well, not when we demand, but when we speak for what we want, it can really bring up guilt, shame, or fear in the other person, and defensiveness, right?
Totally defensive.
if
Couldn't even hear him.
if we blame our partner in any way, and you know it yourselves, if you're the listener here, if you're blamed for something, you're just like, no, thank you. I don't want to hear that.
Shall we go into how to do that one?
Yeah.
And then, okay.
For sure.
So, action.
Hey, do you have space to hold space with me?
You have something to self-reveal?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Is
I
now a
can
good
hold
time?
space. Yeah, I have time.
All right. Well, look, there's something I want to bring up, and I know it's a really sensitive topic, and my goal here is for us to connect, right?
Okay.
So what I've really been dealing with lately, or feeling, is that there's been less intimacy between us, and namely sex. There's been less sex in the relationship. And what I find for myself is that it feels like when there's less sex, I really feel less connected. So I'm a bit concerned.
So what I hear you say is that you notice there is less intimacy and specifically sex. And when there is less, you feel less connected to me and you're actually sitting with some concern. Is that right?
Yeah, it's like I have fear about the relationship. I have a fear that if we don't have sex, that somehow the relationship is going to like die or end or not be good.
So what I hear you say is you're also sitting in some fear and there's a bit of worry around the relationship not being good, not working out. Is that right?
Yeah. And I guess for me, I would really like to just even have connection with you. Like, it doesn't even have to be sex, but I just feel like lately for both of us, we've been really busy, and, you know, it just feels like there's no space or time for it. I feel like I keep trying, but it feels like it's not really landing.
So what I hear you say is that there is a desire for connection, not necessarily sex, but connection and intimacy. And you feel like you've been trying, but it's not really landing. Is that right?
Yeah. And I guess the part for me is like, you really nailed it. And I guess if you had any ideas or if you have any thoughts about it, or if there is something going on that I've missed or that I don't fully understand that's going on for you, because my meaning making is happening. Like, I'm starting to question something about, is it something about me or something that I've done?
So is it okay if I offer something?
Yeah.
I also notice that there is less intimacy and less sex as well. I definitely feel a bit overwhelmed and a bit tired with looking after the little ones. And I do notice that you lean in often in the evenings when I feel tired. So I'd like to make a suggestion, and this is just off the top of my head. We can collaborate and talk about this more, but potentially we can get some support maybe from like my mum or somebody, and we could have like a scheduled date morning or like a date afternoon, or even if it's just like an hour, you know, but we actually schedule something at a time that feels more possible for me, and we ask for support. Like, it's just a first idea is something, because I'd like to connect with you as well. I miss our intimacy too.
Yeah, something like that would be really, really helpful, I think. Just having something to look forward to, or something that tells me that you are interested and that you are open to it. And like I said, I don't want this to feel like it's mechanical or it's pressury, but it would just be awesome to have some type of like connection in that way and have some quality time put aside for it where it feels prioritized.
I definitely am open to making this a priority and working together to find like something that feels good for both of us.
Yeah. So if I leave that with you to organize the time with the person, is that cool with family, or to?
I think we can just keep talking about it and then come up with something together. And yeah, I can ask my mum if she's open.
All right. Thanks.
Cut. I feel like that was better, but also maybe a bit many words.
Yeah, we can do that.
I see that conversation, it's kind of like as good as it can go with two people who are really kind of willing to be in the curiosity, and like there was a bit of back and forth. So as much as I feel like that was a really healthy, productive conversation, I'd like for our next example to make it even more like simple, articulate, so it feels like something. Do you know what I'm saying?
I did, because I just know for me, as an example, so people, the listeners, is that I'm really trying to not make it blameful and not make it too jarring. So there was still a part of me checking in that feels like there's that anxious part of me that I was playing into to get some reassurance around it. Because I was like, I've got some meaning making that we're not having sex, right? Typically a person that feels like they're being rejected, let's say, is trying to find out if there's something actually up with them as well. Is it something that I'm doing, something that I've done, you know, that I made it a little bit more complicated and a bit longer because I was trying to fish for something, right? So,
but I think what that did demonstrate, which was really great, was there was lots of like vulnerability on your part, like
Correct.
getting to the point of, is there something about me, kind of gave me the opportunity to then say, I actually noticed the same, that our intimacy is less. But because I didn't feel attacked or blamed by Lindsay, I was able to be curious and also name, like, actually, I'm really tired. You know, like if he had said that in a way that I felt like, you're making this about me, doing something wrong, then I might not have been so curious. So let's do another one. Let's do I'll Be Triggered. And this one is, you're always on your phone. And we're going to do this how not to. I have something to share with you. And yeah, can you talk to me? Can we talk about it?
What is it? What is it this time?
See, I already feel like you're being defensive and I haven't even said anything, but I'm just going to say it.
Just say it.
I am. I feel like when you are with me and with the kids, with the family, that there's way more phone time happening. Like I actually just, like you're here, but I feel like you are distracted and you're not actually present, you're not actually available. And like that has an impact. It has an impact on me, it has an impact on the kids. And yeah, it's at the point now where I feel like I need you to do something about it. It's not.
I just feel really stressed all the time. And so to be honest, it's a part of me that I'm just like trying to get as much work done as I possibly can. And I'm trying to come home and be home as well as be at work.
Yeah, but I get that. I get that you're busy, but like we're busy, I'm busy as well. And when we spoke about this, like when we're with the kids, we're giving them our presence, and like you're actually, I don't know, I get that you're working, but it's like this isn't working.
It's not working. I hate it.
When you say that, I just feel like you're somehow threatening. What do you mean it's not working for you?
It's just like
I feel like you're flipping this around.
Yeah, you're always on my case about it.
Yeah, because it's important. It's important that you're with us. I want to feel you.
And on it would go.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's redo. I'd like to self-reveal. Can you hold that right now? Can you hold it?
Yes.
So I'm noticing when you're with us, me and the kids, and you're on your phone, I am making it mean that you're not present with us. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm feeling a gap.
Okay. what I hear you say is that when I'm around and I'm on my phone with you and the kids, that there's like a gap. There's not much presence going on. Feels like I'm distracted elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what it feels like.
Yeah. Is there anything more with that?
Not really. That's pretty much how it feels.
Yeah. Is there something that you would like me to offer as far as that? Or is there something that you desire?
Like, I have some ideas of how I would love it to be, but I'd love to hear what you have to offer if there is something.
Well, put it this way, at the moment, I am super busy with work. And so, I agree, I don't want to be on my phone either, but the amount of work I have on, I'm trying to do both the best parts of provide, but also come home and be home. And I really get that I'm kind of fucking it up in a way or not getting it right. So I guess for me, it's some balance of when I get home, I would really like to meet and greet you guys and be home for a bit. But I feel like I need another half an hour or maybe even an hour when I get home to like finish work for the day. So something along those lines.
I think just having it named like this, so it's a bit more, I know that you're going to come home and I know that you're going to do some more work. And then your commitment is when you're with us, you're really with us. Like, just having us speak this out loud and now kind of name that already feels better if we can do that.
All right. Well, what I can promise physically, like when I'm actually at home, is that I'll keep my phone either away or in the office. And so when I do go to work, it's in the office, and my promise that I want to make is that I actually just leave my phone in the office, such that when I'm at home, it's not around me, so I can't be on it. Does that sound good?
Yeah, and maybe I don't even like need you to leave it in the office, but it's just, yeah, feeling you like when you're with us, that there's just, you are present with us. So yeah, just taking time to finish up work and then just being really with us when you are, that would be amazing.
Yeah, well, I'm going to make that promise. That feels best for me, so I'm not have the potential to be distracted by it. It just feels cleaner for me to just do that. Thanks for asking. Thanks for letting me know.
So what I like about that is it was very much, I kept it clean. You know, I kind of just got really to the point of what I'm noticing and what I'm making it mean. And so Lindsay didn't really have much to repeat back. He really was able to just, like, he repeated it back because it was such a simple, short sentence. He could pretty much get it word for word. And when your partner can do that, something in you settles, because it's like, yeah, you fully have seen what I'm exposing. You've fully seen it, named it. That's correct.
Validated it.
Even
if you don't agree.
That's the thing. Lindsay could be so sitting in his like, I need to work. I am providing. But he's not, in him, he's just validating the experience that I am having. He's not saying that I'm right, that...
All wrong.
It's just, yeah, the validation piece is really important.
And I think people often get stuck on, if I validate someone, that means that I agree, and that is not the case.
And that they're right and I'm wrong.
Yes, it's like what you're actually doing when you self-reveal and speak back to the person and validate their experiences. You're actually just understanding exactly what they said.
So this is why we keep saying, what I heard you say is, and I'm repeating back what I heard him say. I'm not elaborating on it. I'm not doing any meaning making myself.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm just saying what I heard you say is, when I'm home on my phone, you feel like I'm distracted. Is that correct?
Yeah.
He's not saying that's the truth. He's not saying he is distracted, but he's just saying, is that what you feel? Yes, it is.
And we're not parroting back to do it in a way that's condescending or anything like that. It's the most neutral thing you could possibly do with your partner, to understand them, to basically get their world, get a sense of it.
So, and there's no, what I heard you say is da-da-da, but this is why, Like, I think in the first example we did, we gave, whoever, I can't even remember who was the space holder, but we kind of went into, it was me, but I'm letting you know it's because I'm feeling tired. It's at the end of the day, da 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 da. Like I still did it in a quite a healthy way, but you don't even need to do that because it's not about justifying anything. It's just how can I validate exactly what they have just said because that is the experience that they are having, and that lets that person settle. And then Lindsay asked, did I have a suggestion or would he offer something? And so that's where it gets to be, that's when you can come into a more of a collaborative, okay, like what's the agreement that we're making here? Let's go to the next one. So you are triggered, and this one is about you never take responsibility.
So I want to share something with you.
Yep.
But I pretty much know it's going to go like shit.
Well, let's just hear it.
Yeah, well, I'm so sick and tired that every time we argue or there's a disagreement, I just feel like I'm always the one to blame no matter what. Even if I bring something to you.
Yeah, but the way that you bring things to me is often like it feels like you're attacking me all the time. It's
I know,
like,
and that's the part that it falls down. It's like you always feel like you're being attacked, and all I'm trying to do is speak up. And you always ask me.
But you project, actually.
Yeah, but you
blame.
ask me to talk to you more. You ask me to communicate more, and then when I do, you flip it around. You can't even hold it.
Like but I also asked you to learn how to self-reveal properly with me, and I feel like you're not bothering to share with me in a way.
I just feel like you just never want to take any responsibility for your
Give me
part.
an example, because I would love for you to tell me when.
Right now.
I hope that you guys aren't arguing like this, but if you are.
It's okay.
All right, let's redo.
All right. Sweetheart, I'd like to share something. Do you have space for it? Can you hold it?
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
I've been noticing something, and what I notice is when we have a disagreement, I'm starting to notice that, getting the experience that I feel like I'm the one that's taking responsibility in our arguments and our disagreements. And I've been doing it, but I'm starting to notice that I feel like it's not coming from both sides. I feel like it's just me. And I honestly don't know what to do about it. I feel awkward about bringing this up.
What I hear you say is when we're arguing, you feel like I'm not taking responsibility and that you are, and you're actually a bit awkward and uncomfortable even bringing this up. Is that right?
Yeah, and it feels like I feel like I'm quick to repair or quick to say sorry, but I'm starting to notice that it feels like I'm not getting a sorry from you either, and it just makes me wonder if it's something about me or it's something about you, and I'm not really sure.
What I hear you say is you feel like you're quite quick to repair with me, but you're not feeling that from me, and you're a bit confused. You're not really sure if it's a you thing, if it's a me thing.
Yeah, I feel like it can't be your fault somehow. Like I feel like I'm the one always doing something wrong, and I feel like if I bring up something where you might make a mistake or something happens, that somehow I'm still the one taking the responsibility for it. I just don't know what to do about it.
So what I hear you say is that you often feel like whatever it is, you're in the wrong and you're not really sure how to move forward.
Yeah. I guess what I'm asking for is that maybe next time we have some conflict or there's some part of it, is that can we at least both take responsibility for our part in our disagreement or in our argument? Like I'm willing to say sorry and own my part. I would really love it if you would be able to do the same with me. I just feel like that would feel somehow better for me. It feels a bit much to ask, but I would really love that.
So ideally what you would like is if we are in conflict or something comes up, that there's just a willingness from both, from me, to also look at what my part is, whatever that might be,
Yeah.
so that it feels like both are taking responsibility.
Yes. Yeah. I would love that. That would feel just like, I don't know, it would just feel better somehow. And I'm happy to come back to it later and just check in and see, but just if that's something that we can agree to, I would love that.
What I can agree to is that I'm willing to spend more time, like to try and be more aware around my part. I get that I often can just fall in, but if you speak to me in the way that you have now, if you bring something forward like this in this way, I don't really feel attacked or blamed. I feel a bit more open and curious. So I feel like I can maybe see what my part could be. And yeah, I'm willing to, I'll try my best. I hear what you're saying, and I'm willing to try and lean into that and see if I can kind of zoom out and see.
Yeah. And I guess even just to finish, if we are in that state or we're outside of the trigger, but I might have a suggestion at times, like where I see there's responsibility that could be taken, would you be open to hearing it from my perspective?
I think when I'm out of the trigger, there's always more openness. So I'm willing to take myself away and like resource to the best that I can before you're naming what you think you see for me. I think that would be better if I can come to the conversation more open. If I'm in a trigger, probably won't go well if you try and tell me my part.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Well, I really appreciate it. I'm really glad we could have this conversation, and I feel way better about it already.
There's a few things I want to name there with that. Telling your partner I don't feel like you take responsibility. That's a risk. It's a risky trigger. As Lindsay said,
sure is.
I was sitting in the like. It feels like a make wrong. It feels like, even though we're role playing and it's completely neutral, I completely see how even that as an example, I feel like you're not taking responsibility could put someone into trigger regardless. So that is why it is so important that before Lindsay shared, he asked me if I could hold space.
Correct.
Because that one was potentially quite triggering. So you really need to check in. You have to make sure that you are able to hold something that is going to be about you more than likely, and it's potentially got some charge. It could create charge in your system. Because if you're saying, yes, I can space hold, you're saying, tell me the thing and I'm going to hold it. If I just fell into my trigger, well, I don't think you take responsibility, or yes, I do take responsibility, it's over. So it's like that was a potentially quite a triggering self-reveal.
It really was.
To be honest.
And what I really hear in that, like using it as an example, because when we work with couples, sometimes, not always, but sometimes there's somebody in the relationship that struggles to apologize. And they could already be someone that's very responsible and they really do believe their partner is the problem and that they don't want to. So there's reluctancy to sort of take ownership of their part in how the dynamic is playing out because the other person is so obviously dysregulated and attacky or blamey. So it feels like sometimes it's like, well, I'm not the crazy one. You're the crazy one. You should apologize. And I'm cool, calm, and collected. But there's still something that we can take responsibility for because there's still a dynamic playing out. And often it's like, we want to work together. We want to feel like we're collaborative. We want to feel like we're together looking at the problem, not feeling like one person is always the problem. Because one person is never the problem. It's never one person. It's the dynamic that we're in.
So if you're open to something, I think your self-revealing was a little bit about me. And I actually think that could have been better because you could have spoken more about dynamic.
Yeah.
Rather than I feel like I always repair and you don't, or I take responsibility and you don't. Because I did feel that. I felt that. Whereas, and it's like this is the humanness of this process. Even in us giving an example, we can show you how even we can fall down with our best intentions. Because if Lindsay had said it more in those, there's something in our dynamic where it feels like, I don't know, like just to name the dynamic rather than the person, that would go better. It would keep the person who's space holding a lot more curious. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Totally. You did it just then really well. It's just like, how is this? There's something playing out with us.
Yeah.
And it's tripping me out. Like it's making me wig out. It's having me be triggered. I don't like it. And I also just don't know how to bring it up.
I notice like when we're in conflict, like I feel like there's like I have this willingness to repair, but still somehow it falls down. And like, I want to unpack this with you. That would have felt way more neutral and like, oh, it's the dynamic. We're exploring that together.
Yeah. Or it feels like, and I know in this case, it would be, if I felt like you were never going to take responsibility for your part, I feel way less willing to be responsible for my part. Like my natural instinct is to say, yeah, I stuffed up. I'm fine to own that. But if my partner is unwilling to do that, I start to pull back my willingness. And this is what we've talked about in our previous podcasts. It's like where we start to reduce the standard of relationship that we're playing at because of our partner. Instead of being in devotion to me being the most valuable partner in this relationship, I start to meet their level of relating. In my perception, you know, Charlotte might take full responsibility and be very responsible.
In my model of the world.
Yeah, but I feel like she isn't. So I start to withdraw and play a worse game.
It's really, that is so common and it's so childish. You know, it's like, it's and like I say that, I do it, but it's don't you think it's just super childish to be like, you're being like that, so I'm going to be like this. It's like, you don't, I get how tempting it is, and it's very unconscious and automatic that we do that, but like it is a lose situation.
And that's like more of a technical version, like a psychological version of that. But a really simple and really obvious one is, if your partner starts to yell, do you then yell? It's like that is the most, like one of the most obvious ones. It's like, oh, you're going to do that? Well, I'm going to do this. And
or you're shutting down, so I'm not going to bother speaking to you either. And you stay in silence. It's awful.
Yeah.
We'll do one more. We'll give you one more. I hope this is starting to make this really clear. So I'm the triggered person. And this one is about, I feel like Lindsay always shuts down when I try and share something important. I need to talk to you about something, and I feel like you're already doing the thing that I want to talk about.
What am I doing wrong now?
I can feel it. It's like, yeah, I feel like I want to share something. I feel upset. But whenever I do, you do this. You just completely shut down. It's like you're eye rolling. You're looking away. Like it's like you can't hear me at all.
You just don't stop. It's even now. Like you're already.
But the thing is, do you think I don't want to go on and on and on, but you don't listen, you don't hear me. So I feel like I have to repeat myself. I don't like being like this, but it's like you don't listen. I feel like you don't listen to me. I feel like you don't care about what I have to say.
I feel like my ears don't have a way to block.
I feel like you're being mean.
Noise.
So you just that's so mean. That's actually just so mean. See what I mean? Like that's not how we do relationship. That is so.
I don't care.
You don't care. Okay. I hope anyone listening to this podcast does not relate like that. That's fucking awful. But good example of what not to do. That was a bit mean, babe. That was a bit mean.
Well, I can imagine for that person. A little bit too far. No, but what happens in those moments is the person is dysregulated and they become a lot. Like they think more words is
I'm amping up, and you're kind of like.
Well, I'm starting to go down. So as the person gets more in sympathetic nervous system. The other person gets into parasympathetic.
I wouldn't say parasympathetic, but they go in like
Well,
dissociating,
well,
actually.
yeah.
Totally like, and that's the thing. It's like I get up and you collapse.
Yeah, it's a very common dynamic.
It is.
Unless it's spicy meat and spicy, and then it's lots of yelling and fighting and cup throwing and whatever else is going on, name calling.
So let's do it again in a productive, healthy way.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I would like to self-reveal. Can you hold it right now?
I can.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
This could be an opportunity, though, to say if the person can't, it's like, I can't right now, but I can at 7 o'clock tonight, or giving another time, like I can in 30 minutes. So we've given a yes every time the person has, but we really want to advocate that if you can't, do not say yes. Whatever you do,
and if you say no, it's not open-ended. Like Lindsay said, it's 7 p.m. tonight. It's in an hour. It's tomorrow morning. It's the weekend. You have to give a time.
Yes, you have to give a time if you're a no. Okay.
So I've got your yes.
You do.
So I feel like lately when I'm sharing something triggering, it feels like you shut down. And I don't know if it's the way I'm sharing. I don't know what it is, but like I share and it's like I lose contact with you. And I don't know what to do about it. I feel really stuck.
Okay. What I hear you say is, when you talk to me and you talk, like the more you talk at me, almost, the more I disassociate. That wasn't it, right? I mucked that one up. I'm
so Lindsay started meaning making and he added a projection. It's like, you actually, this part, I'm like.
Oh, don't cooked it. Go again. I can do it.
I totally
Put me in, coach.
That's so funny.
I'm better at the psychodrama.
He is. So I notice when I bring something triggering to you that it feels like it doesn't go well. I feel like you shut down, but it could be the way I'm bringing it. I don't know what's happening, but I feel like I share and I lose you somehow, and I feel stuck.
Okay. So what I hear you say is that when you share, somehow you lose me. Like something happens and you're not quite sure what it is. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. That is exactly what it feels like.
Yeah. Well, I felt like I almost did it then. I feel like I'm somehow going to get it wrong, or can't quite hear you. So is there more to this? Is there anything more that you want to speak to?
No, that's it. Like I feel like I would like to be able for both of us to share our triggers and for it to just go better, there to be more openness. And so I'm willing to look at how I'm sharing to make sure what I'm bringing forward is the best that I can do it. But I feel like, yeah, I want to unpack this dynamic with you.
All right. Would you like me to offer something? Or would you like me to...
Yeah, if you know, like, do you notice the same? Do you notice when we kind of share triggers that it kind of falls down somehow? Do you notice that?
I do, and I'm kind of getting the sense of like, there's a part of me that I'm too over with me, like there's something going on in me, like somehow I can't quite hold it. It's like I really want to. There's a part of me that like it's almost like I can't listen, or I can't take it all in, or it's too much somehow. I feel myself shut down.
So it's really great to hear that. I have a suggestion. I know we always ask, I have something to self-reveal, can you hold it? I'd really like for you to really check in. Like I think you say, you give me the yes to share, but I'm wondering if maybe there is some maybe overwhelm or stress already in your system, and you're saying yes when you're actually a no. And I just would really like that to be a really, for both of us, that we actually really check in. So when we say yes, we can hold space with more openness.
Yeah, I think that would be, I think that's something that I need to work on. Like there's a part of me that really wants to say yes to you. And I know that you have a lot to say, and I really want to be able to hear it. And I think the other thing that would be helpful if you're open to it, because it was going to be my suggestion, is if we have some type of physical contact when we talk. Because I feel like if I'm just over here with me, then I can't really concentrate as much. But I feel like if we can hold hands or do something, it feels like I'm connected with you. It feels like we're together. And so that might help as well.
I'm definitely willing to try that if you think that would be supportive.
Yeah.
To stay in contact when we're sharing.
Yeah, and I promise to make sure that I check in properly first, such that I can hold space, like I can hold it.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
So, yeah, like I'm pretty humbled right now how we can even kind of fall down and fuck it up as we share our examples. But I want you to give yourselves permission to know that it is a practice and we're sensitive humans. And we always say this, the most important step of self-revealing is making sure that the space holder is resourced and the person sharing has at least gone and looked at their trigger before they share. They're not sharing from like an open wound blasting. It's like, I'm triggered and I'm upset. I need you to hear this. But I've taken it away. I've regulated it a bit because that allows this conversation to be how we've done it, which is like this collaboration towards an agreement. It's the self-revealing, it's the validating, and then we move into collaboration. And when it goes well, it really creates a softening.
Yeah, it creates clarity. Conflict is allowed to create clarity rather than conflict creating more conflict.
Yeah.
And I really get doing these examples is they're not my triggers. Like this is not where we've picked common things that I don't have that, you know.
We haven't sat and really unpacked because it's not, yeah, so I get that too.
You know, so I can really see how I can fumble around that because it's all made up. But it's still just space holding and hearing the person. And, you know, I even recognize sitting in this podcast right now physically that having my neck turned like this and my body not square to you actually has me not be able to sit in my body as well as I normally am.
Yes.
So it's like even those subtle things, like this is why we don't recommend self-revealing to each other when you're driving the car or self-revealing.
In the kitchen, kids running around.
Like you want to actually be able to drop in with each other, eye to eye, knee to knee. And
we would be fully we would never sit like this. We would really make sure that our body is comfortable, our body is relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to be regulated to be able to self-reveal so we can both give the self-revealing the best possible chance to work.
And this is honestly how you create a secure relationship. It's how you create secure attachment. You know, like Lindsay said, conflict is totally normal. You actually need moments of rupture to then have moments of repair, to be like, hey, this relationship is really safe. This relationship is so safe. I can bring these parts of me and they're met and they're held with love. And wow, we actually just got stronger together. We just worked together over something that's so triggering for me. And like now we're like, you see me, I love you more, you know, like it actually gets to be like that.
Well, that's the re-enchantment, because enchantment, like the honeymoon phase, is easy. There's no history. You're just in the getting to know each other, love each other, all those things. Re-enchantment is safety, trust, respect ongoingly. You are learning to repair and bring each other your tender parts in a way that gets to be held such that the enchantment keeps getting to happen. We're deepening into our connection, deepening into love, you know, and that's why this skill of in relationship is so important. And it takes something, it takes practice. Like I remember there was a period in time in our relationship because I wouldn't self-reveal quite as well as you. You would do it earlier, even though I'm quick to repair. Yeah, so I would repair faster, but I wouldn't self-reveal. So I actually had a practice where I would self-reveal something nearly every day. And my practice or my commitment or my suggestion to you guys that are in relationship would be to practice self-revealing, because if you're in the practice of it, it means that when something does come up that is a bit bigger, you've already been in the practice of it. You're not waiting for something to happen and then try this technique out.
I think this is a really good point. I don't think I've ever thought about that as a suggestion. Like, actually, like Lindsay and I just did, we practiced with things that aren't really our triggers. So even when he told me I'm not responsible, I was like, oh, that's the triggering one. That's not true for us. So actually practice, tell your partner, pretend to be triggered about something that's not even relevant to your relationship, to get the language right, to get the back and forth right, to get the validation right. Build the muscle before you go into like, okay, now I'm really going to bring something forward that I'm sitting with. That's a really great idea, my love.
Well,
I think that's it.
That's it for today. Thank you so much. If you want to work with us, if you're in relationship and you are in the relationship and having some conflict and looping a little bit, and you've practiced this maybe already, or you're listening to this and just going, how is that even possible? But you really want to dive deeper, come and work with us. We do relational sessions for couples all the time, and we can do it specifically on this. We can work on so many different aspects of relationship. And I just truly believe that working with couples and having couples lean into learning the skills of relationship only improves their relationship.
And their life, because the quality of your relationship determines the quality of your life. Just take a moment to recognize how true that is. When your relationship is suffering, everything feels like shit. When relationship feels good, it's like, life.
So
life.
Good. Yeah. So if you want to get in contact with us, it's At Embodied Union at Instagram, and you can follow me at Lindsay B on Instagram.
At I am Charlie S. Hannah.
Lover, thank you so much for your
sweetheart.
epicness.